Hello mga Ramblers and welcome dito sa Bratislava, which is the capital city of Slovakia. So I'm super excited because this is a new country for me. So as we all know, Slovakia po is former part of Czechoslovakia. So about 2 months ago, I've been to Czech Republic. So ngayon nakompleto ko na yung former Czechoslovakia. So ayan. So Bratislava po is the capital city. That tower at the back is one of the famous tourist attractions here in Bratislava, which is the St. Michael's Gate. So ito po, popular street siya dito. Mga restaurants, traditional Slovak food. So medyo kapareho siya ng yung mga cuisine, medyo kapareho na sa Czech Republic, Slavic people, like Poland. Before Poland, and then we have like Russia, Belarus, Ukraine. So mga Slavic people sila before. But ngayon, Slovak, very independent. They have their own culture. And we actually had a walk tour. So papakita ko lang sa inyo ano yung mga pwedeng makita dito sa Bratislava, and you might want to consider visiting this country. Tara, samahan nyo. Make sure it's a hotel and a hostel, yeah? Bratislava, Slovakia. Alright, this is a traditional brewery.
Around 7 minutes, like 2 minutes after 3 p.m. Welcome everybody once again. How are you feeling today?
Good.
Ready to do some of our nation and our country. And I would start in the 5th century, because this is when, after Roman Empire fell apart, tribes of people started to travel through Europe. This is nowadays known as the Great Movement of Nations. Maybe you've heard of it. And one of these nations were also Slavs, or Slavic people. So this is how they used to look like. Maybe you know already that Slovakia is one of the Slavic countries. There are 13 all of them altogether nowadays, official. So there's the first picture up here, the first Czechoslovakia, or the first republic as we call it nowadays. And we did quite well for almost 20 years. It was actually a very successful democratic state. For example, the quality of life was the 7th best quality of life in the world back then here. But then gentleman Adolf Hitler came and he separated us. Czechs became part of German Nazi Reich, not voluntarily, and we established officially independent Slovak state. But this time, when it comes to decision of politicians, it was voluntarily. Unfortunately, our government was fully Nazi. So we've been satellite state of German Nazi, very open with the politics, and among other things, it's when people start to be more brave, to start to more protest. A statue of him on the top of this fountain. So this is Maximilian II of the Habsburgs family, and there is a legend about this statue. The legend says that the statue turns around once a year, exactly on midnight of New Year's Eve. But of course there's a catch, as always with legends, right? Only few people can actually see this statue to turn around, and no, it's not drunk people. But according to these life jobs, for example, he used to help a local shoemaker here, then he used to help a lot of widows, since they were alone for everything. So for example, he would bring something heavy up to their apartments, up the stairs instead of them, or he would bring them some gentleman of Bratislava here. This is actually the most photographed statue here in the city. The sign says man at work, but we in our language call him chumil, which is from verb chumiet, and that means to stare or to watch. So he's a watcher basically in our language. And he turned out the city walls and triada šporok in Slovak language, or požoň in Hungarian language, or Pressburg in German language. But in 1980, when we established Czechoslovakia for the first time, we wanted more Slovak name for the city, so we named it Bratislava, which can be translated as the glory of brothers. Brat is brother and Slava is glory.
Oh, he's saying something like this.
That's why. Yung nakakahinga ng pagkakyat, pero sulit. Pangarap ko noon na makita ang Danube River. History books, now it's here. Well, on the side of Bratislava, Slovakia. And then we've got the Bratislava castle here. John, are you okay? Everything good? Wow.
Until today, and you can still see some Gothic elements now. For example, window on the right side, which is preserved in kind of funny way, in my opinion. At least we can see how it used to look like here in the 14th, 15th century. You can see that these kinds of windows are literally on the picture as well. So this was the Gothic style back then here, and now I'm gonna here. So these are statues of Napoleonic army, Osman's army, Habsburg's army, and Frank's army. These are the armies that tried to conquer the castle but never managed. And that's why they have no heads or arms or legs.
All of us. Go first. Are you sure a Slovak invented the bicycle?
Yes.
All right.
You failed, yeah. This time
This is a nice square.
you didn't give it to one can five.
This is nočna ruby and coffee cup. And on the top you have rice chips.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Thank you.
Brownie. Nočna ruby is one of the best spirit on the world, non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic.
From Slovakia, coming with non-alcohol gin and crodino, Italian aperitif.
Well done.
You have water, kefir, enriched mate, tea, and the spices from the Africa.
Wow.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And
Happy birthday.
non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic. Every drink cocktail is
Thank you. और भी है किस्मत वालों को मिलता है
Bratislava.
Máš tam pavučiny, preto sa chováš ako keď si sa našiel o riadok dozadu, mám obavu, si manta. Keď pobavil, prešiel si testom, daj si high five. Pravidelne padal z oblakov jak Majka plus Janka a letím do nich naspäť jak lajka. Lenže nehľadám panny, ani staré harcovníčky, sociálne pracovníčky a ich pichladý zmysel pre humor. Temné myšlenky z hlavy nejdu von, idú na papier. Bola moja, malá mia, netopier, nepopriem, že toto není môj štandard. Stratený a tulavý bastard, vratený na... No keď to začne padať, musíš si nájsť plášť, je to o tom, či to dá. A vonku to zase padá, klopen na okno, žiadny Mikuláš, ja myslím nada. A ja to zase skladám, sadám a spovedám za... 19:20, rozmýšľam, jak si robol tichu predo mnou, len bola stena. Vysvietený celý výkon, už bola tma, čakal som na naši, čas plynul na komáši, jak sa dá. Vtedy som ho začal prvýkrát, hlas, ktorý...
पता है कौन सी बियर जिसमें 5 गिलास पीते हैं और हर रोज एक गिलास पीते हैं ये तो पता है
How is the food in Bratislava?
आज तुम इसीलिए भी नहीं दिख रहा ना बच्चा छुट्टी हो गया
Without this, we'll